Ready?
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, my friends. This is Pinky.
And this is Priyanka.
And we're here to call out all things PakeAsPuck. Haven't done that one in a while.
I just let you take the lead on the intro.
That's good.
You got it down.
It's done.
Like your hoodie.
Thank you. It's
Always
new.
been a Adidas fan.
It's new. It's got rose gold on it.
Mm-hmm.
I love white tank tops or white sweatshirts.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like white sweatshirts.
I'm obsessed too.
I don't know how to keep them clean. Like the collars, I'm saying. Like I can't wear makeup with them because then it gets dirty.
You need a better setting spray, like a non-transfer proof one. And then also, you haven't seen me clean my white stuff.
Yeah.
I scrub down my tub. And then I put all my whites in the tub with hot water.
Uh-huh.
And detergent and OxyClean, and I let it soak overnight. It gets everything off.
What?
I know.
That's a lot of work.
I know. But it's the letting it soak in the hot water and letting it all emulsify off.
Yeah.
That's key.
Maybe I'll have to maybe I'll do it in a container.
Yeah.
You know,
there was,
like
and it can
container.
only only tolerate so many stains. Like I had a white hoodie that I loved, and I was wearing it. No, I took it with me as a backup when we were out in Portland and we're doing this hike and it started raining. And I was just like, well, that's all I really have to wear.
Oh, that would have killed me.
I had nothing else on me. I really just brought it in case I felt a little cold. But it was raining and then the muddiness kicked in and it was done for. I left it there.
Are you going to have to get another one?
Yeah, when I find the right one. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was the one. Remember the Costco ones that had a little pocket on the inside? I was so excited about it. But yeah, now I'm on the hunt for a white hoodie.
A white one?
We'll see.
With the little pocket inside?
Yeah, we'll see what comes around.
That's why I bought this before Christmas. I'm just wearing it now.
Yeah.
I have, this is my third white sweatshirt. And I'm hoping that I can figure out. I do need a better setting spray for makeup though. Outside of makeup, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Like I'm really good with not spilling on myself, stuff like that.
And the other side is like maybe you don't put makeup like all over. Like maybe you just do like more of like a conceal situation.
Yeah.
So you can just like do like a freshened up look rather than having it all over that.
That's
you
true.
could risk transfer.
I know. I just need to learn. But I have a new baby story. Okay, new baby story.
Her remote roommate.
Remote roommate. That's what apparently we're calling little man.
I'm
also
calling
little
him
man.
that. I don't know. Little man. He's cute.
He is cute. He looks like roommate number 3 when roommate number 3 was that old.
Really?
Yeah, because my mom.
Did that just like bring it all back for you?
It did. It was real. It was weird. And I don't know if you felt this being an older sister, but I don't know. Were you like a third parent, older sister, or no?
Yes and no. Me and my brother were very, very different personality-wise. So, like, even as I got older, I was more just like the trouble child. And if anything, I was just a babysitter, I think, in my parents' eyes. Not so much a nurturer, raising my brother with a good example type of situation. I think it was just, she's older, she is allowed to be home alone, make sure he doesn't get into trouble.
I feel like that's what it is with a lot of our parents, though. We're just the older sister.
I was just like a caretaker person, but like not really a second parent, right?
Yeah,
because that I think all of a sudden means that like I had some sort of
like you were taking
valuable that I took up space like that in his life. Yeah,
I mean, unless you took him to the doctors, his appointments, shit like that.
None of that.
Yeah,
that requires rapport. No.
No, but it was, for me, because of how we grew up, it felt really weird, in a good way, to see him become a parent. But it was a very surreal feeling, just because like this guy has always been his own guy. Like, when he was younger, he did his own thing. As he got older, he did and then, yes, he was married, but then now he's doing his own thing, like, constantly, right? And then every time he was holding his son, every time he was feeding his son, every time anything with his son, I enjoyed just watching him versus, you know how other people are like, I want to hold the baby, I want to like,
Yeah.
I wasn't going baby crazy.
Yeah.
Like, he tried to give me the baby when I first got there. I was like, no, I was just at the airport. I need to wash my hands.
I saw that.
I was like, are you fucking kidding me? I don't want to like be, you know.
But he sees you as a sister. And
Yeah. And so, you know, so it was, so the first night, I literally, I get there at 8:30. I walk into his house with all my stuff. I still have my jacket on.
Yeah.
And like, baby mama has the camera going. I didn't even know because I was so focused. And I could
She's
hear
trying to
them.
capture that interaction.
Yeah, and I'm like, and she's the one that got it. She sent me the video afterwards, and like, you know, there was a little wall. If you saw the video, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And so I was like, no, stay over there. I gotta take my jacket off. Like, I did one of these because I didn't want to see him yet. I wanted to see my brother with the baby first. Like, that's what I like, you know.
Yeah.
And so when I first saw him, I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I can't believe you're a dad.
I think I understand the feeling in the sense that, like, yeah, I didn't, like, raise my brother by any means. But when I see how he is with his kids, there is, like, this, like, admiration.
Yeah.
That, like, I love watching him parent his kids. And, like, I don't try to overstep or, like, whatever.
No,
you know, like,
no.
if you want a second opinion, sure, I'm here. But just as me and him are different personalities, we also raise our kids very differently.
Of course.
Right?
Of
So,
course.
but I'm just like, oh, you're so grown, man.
Yeah. Right?
Right? And like, I especially do enjoy, I don't know, it's more like a checks and balances. Like, you're looking out for your girl too, right? You know, so like he'll get food for her, or like he's offers her hand off, and so she eats, and then he'll take the baby or whatever, right? Like I'm looking for those things, so I'm just like, okay, you're doing good. At least from my perspective, I can see that you're a good man.
Yeah.
And that's good to
No,
good to
it was
witness.
like, it was really nice to see how he interacted with mom, you know, and it wasn't very, like, he was there the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, he also took that time off of work.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like, he was like, of course, where would, you know, we didn't talk about it, but just the fact that he was there.
Yeah.
The whole time, like, pretty much the whole time I was there.
He manned up.
Yeah, and I was just like, it's very, but then, you know, so I'm holding little man the first night, and I finally get him, wash my hands, get him, and I'm holding him. I'm wearing a sweatshirt I had never worn before. Okay, so fresh, and he knew it was fresh. He probably smelled it. He smelled it with his little baby fucking nose.
He needed to put a scent on it.
Yeah, he needed to put his mark on it. And so I'm holding him, and I'm like, oh, we're talking, but I'm not, you know, he's like, he's chilling, he's sleeping. What am I going to do? Like,
Yeah.
and, oh, you're cute, but I just like, you know, holding him. He's just squirmy, whatever. And he wasn't wrapped in a blanket the whole time, so I was loving that. Even with Ushaba, she was like free balling. I was like, go, Mom, go! I was loving it.
Yeah.
And so, and I'm just in, and then baby mama comes over and she's like, oh, you know, I think I need to change him. We haven't changed him in a while. I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah, maybe, because my hand is wet. And I felt and I was like, okay, here. And she's like, oh yeah, whoa. And his pajamas were wet.
Aww.
She goes inside, opens the diaper isn't completely dry inside.
So it was all on you.
So, and she's like, his diaper is completely dry. Like, I could hear her screaming that from the nursery. And then I looked down and I was like, oh, that's because it's all right here. Like, it had pooled right here. And I was just like, ah! Like, he literally pissed on me the first time I met him. Like, the first time we introduced each other. And this was payback, because roommate number 2, when he was a baby, had projectile diarrhea.
All over
With
your brother.
Yes, and he has been traumatized.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was payback, and I was just like, bro. The whole time I was like, bro, you really did this, man? This is our first time meeting.
Yeah.
He just kept looking at me like, well, you? I was like, who didn't tuck his dick in the right way?
Did I tell you, like, what happened with we learned it with my second, my middle son, that depending on his situation down below.
He was circumcised, yeah.
Okay, so I didn't want to just, like, put out and ask it, but if he was circumcised, then, you know, the petroleum jelly that you put on there, it prevents the pee from soaking into the diaper.
Well, no, so they had a gauze on top of.
But all of that, it's not actually going into the diaper. It's just pushing it out another way.
Yeah.
And so it gets sloppy in there.
Yeah.
Because it's Yeah.
It's all
so I'd say for a few weeks we had that issue, and you can pass it along if you want to.
Yeah.
We just bumped up the diaper size to help catch it.
Oh, okay. Well, that was the first time it happened.
You got to stick your finger around the side of the legs and like really pull that extra material out because that's going to trap it. And then the other thing we did for the blowouts was like you fold the back a little bit so it creates a little pocket to trap the poop in.
Yeah.
But the pee part we just went up in size.
Oh,
because it was everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was so, I was just like...
My kid constantly pissed out of his diaper. I'm like, what is happening, bro? Like, and you do all the things. You're like, okay, you push it, you hold it down, and then you tape them up and all that good stuff. And it's like, I'm doing everything by the book, bro. Like, what's up with your dick?
Yeah. I was just like, how dare you? He was like, what? What are you going to do about it? I was like, you're right.
That's what happens. A little guy, I said this the other day, and my friend was cracking up because she was just like, she's like, you talk to your kids this way, but this is what I mean. Like, a fertile female, that's it. Like, that's where we draw the line at motherhood for me.
Yeah.
But, like, I sat my little guy down on the toilet. I'm like, hold your dick down. And I walked away, and she's like, what? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, dick! And I'm like, your penis. Hold it down. So you pee in the toilet. But it just comes out.
Yeah.
It just, don't repeat it at school.
You just have to have a disclaimer. So
don't repeat that. That's a home word. It's house vocabulary, not school vocabulary.
It's a safe word only at home.
Right. But it was just like I was in the middle of dinner. Shit was going on. I was like, hold your dick down. And I walked away.
I would have laughed. I would have like,
what am I supposed to do? Just managing everything, whatever. Hold your dick down. But again, I caught myself afterwards. I'm like, fuck, what am I doing?
You're like, this is why when you enter the stage of it's okay to become friends with your kids, you're gonna love that stage.
I think so.
Because then you can speak, like, the way I speak to roommate number 2 is definitely not the way that I speak with roommate number 3.
Yeah.
However, it is happening more and more with roommate number 3, so I'm loving it.
You were meant to, like, almost to some degree, parent teenagers.
Yeah. I don't think I'm definitely not meant to parent small children just because I don't, up to a certain degree.
You don't want to, like, raise kids. You want to parent a child.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
because, like I mean,
a young adult.
I mean, like I said, it depends on what age they are. They need to be able to understand words. And I'm not talking about, like, complicated words. I'm talking about just regular words. Mm-hmm. So if you can't, like, I can raise you until that age, but if you're that age and you still are acting like a moron, it's game on, motherfucker. Like, what are you doing?
Take my daughter for a few weeks. Y'all would tussle.
No, we would.
Y'all would definitely.
Like, girl, what are you doing?
I snapped at her the other day because she kept acting like, what?
Oh.
She was just doing, like, typical stuff like that. Like, just really Valley girl. I don't know. I'm cautious of the type of words that I use, but she was purposely acting like she didn't know what to do, and it was very attention seeking. And I finally snapped. I'm like, why are you acting like this?
Yeah, I would have too.
I just snapped. I'm just like, what is going on with you?
What did she say?
And she's like,
what?
Nothing. Yeah, she's like, nothing. And I'm like, you keep acting like you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you're purposely acting out and throwing tantrums. Like, what's up with you?
I mean, she's in 2nd grade.
Third
grade. Sorry.
No.
3rd grade. Yeah.
But it's like, what are you doing?
Your commentary is valid.
But I felt like a jerk afterwards. I'm like, let's go. We're going to go shopping. I took her to Target. That's girl time then.
Yeah.
And so then I trapped her in the car.
Yeah.
Cause
you gotta use your...
Yeah, I trapped her in the car. I told her, Piggy. I got her in the car. I'm like, come on, let's go get some groceries. We'll go walk around Target. Let's go clear our head. Because we both, like, I yelled. I got a little loud. She had, like, that deer in the headlights, like, yo, I really pissed my mom off this time. And I did need to apologize for my tone.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's go. We're going to go. We need girl time. So I got her in the car, locked the door. Like, as soon as I was just like, you got to talk to me, babe. What's going on with you? And she's like, bye. And I locked it. I'm like, we're hashing this out. I personally think that it needs to be addressed within like an hour or two of something happening. Otherwise, it goes under the rug, and I just think it creates issues. And then we're fine. And
then they potentially could forget what happened.
Right.
If you put too much time between. Yeah.
At the end of the day, she did say, she's just like, you have a mama's boy, and then you have a daddy's boy, and I like both of you guys, but I don't get alone time with you. And I'm like,
okay, but you can
fair.
say that.
Right, and so
Instead
I
of
just told her,
acting
I'm
out.
like, that's completely fair. I'm like, kiddo, you got to say those words to me. I can't
Yeah.
read your brain.
Yeah, that's the part.
I'm like, you don't have a sign on your head where I can read and understand what you're saying.
That's
I'm
the
like, I
part.
could tell that there's a problem based off of the way that you're acting. But if you don't tell me the words,
And
how
I
am I
mean,
supposed to help you? I'm like, I totally get it. I'm like, we'll go do something special. I took her to brunch. We did the thing. We did one on one time, and
there
I
you
even
go.
told my husband, I'm just like, you gotta take her on a date, man. I'm like, you forget.
She needs
She's
that.
she's a girly girl too. On top
Yeah.
of that, I'm just like, fine, me and you can give two shits about doing that shit, but she wants to do her hair and makeup, and she wants to put on a dress, and she wants to feel special, and it's your responsibility
Yeah,
to
you have to.
fulfill that for her.
Yes, you have to. You have to show her what is the appropriate behavior that she should expect from somebody who is pursuing her.
Dude, even when I took her to brunch, I was like, okay, let's go to brunch. Where do you want to go? Because she loves it. She just wants pancakes and she's happy.
Yeah.
Okay, like,
Yeah, I remember
she
when she came
literally
with
just
us that
wants
one
pancakes
time,
with
yeah.
like some whipped cream on it, maybe a cup of hot chocolate, and she's so happy.
Yeah, yeah.
Put your phone aside, like actually hang out with her, talk to her. But she did. She put on a dress and she did her makeup.
What does makeup consist of?
She does blush.
Aw.
She watches tutorials on YouTube now. It's really cute. But again, she did that for herself. She
Yeah.
likes doing that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So like we have to give her the opportunity to do it.
Yeah, yeah. But like you said, like third grade is where that's where I start getting more into friend, and less into parent. Within reason.
To some degree.
Yeah, within reason to some degree. Like,
Yeah.
if I have to parent, I will throw it down. I don't care how old you are. If I have to parent you, I will fucking parent you.
Yeah.
But I would rather be your friend. And it happened. You know, I had to. We have an 8-year-old in our family, and the 8-year-old was deciding to use, body language and behavior that was not befitting an 8-year-old, meaning full blown throwing himself on the ground, temper tantrum, and was about to kick mom, like kick and punch, that type of temper tantrum.
That's excessive, yeah.
And I, because I was unsure of the age of this child, when I got hovered over him, I was like, how old are you? And no, I asked that.
No,
the mom was standing right behind me because I put myself in the middle of the mom and the child because I didn't want mom to get hurt. She had just had an operation. So I was like, no, this is not happening on my watch. At the end of the day, I am a girl's girl. Like, I will, if you're getting hurt and if I could help you, I will get in the way.
I think the kid also needed to be
Yeah,
checked.
and mom was trying, but I can hear the pain. Like, it was,
Yeah.
and I was like, I heard you. You tried.
Yeah.
Like all of us, we start off soft.
Yeah.
But you make me say it more than 3 times, you're gonna get the monster.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna cry, and then I'm gonna have to feel bad, and I don't want to have to feel bad. So if you just listen to me right now, we'll have a good time.
Yeah.
Right? So I get up, I'm hovering over him, and I'm like, bro, how old are you?
Yeah.
Like
it's just the way you're saying.
my hand was on hhis chest, and I was holding him down, right? Because I was like literally at my waist bent down, and he was trying to squirm away. So then I went a little velociraptor claw, so he could like feel how serious I was. Did not hurt him. I know I didn't hurt him, but I just tightened my hold a little bit to hold him still. I was like, how old are you? He's like, 8. I was like, if you don't understand the words that I'm saying, please let me know, okay? He's like, okay. I was like, do you know that your mom just had an operation 5 days ago? Are you aware of this? She was cut, and I took my other hand, and I went from his abdomen to his abdomen. I was like, they cut her from here to here, and I went in slow-mo.
Hysterectomy or child?
Just slow-mo.
No, like, what was the operation? Are you allowed
child.
to share that? Okay, she had a child.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was just like, we're not doing this, right? And I was like, do you know what that means? And he's like, yes. I was like, are you sure? Do you know how painful that is? And like, he stopped, he listened to his mom. We got on with our day.
Yeah.
However, when he came back, because he had gone to spend the night at a relative's house, and when he came back a couple of days later, I went up to him and I was like, listen, brother, I don't like being not fun. I want to be the fun.
You had to man him a little
Yeah,
bit.
I was like, I want to be silly with you. I want to have a good time with you because I'm not here all the time.
Yeah.
However, I cannot let you hurt your mother like that.
Yeah.
I was like, why am I having a man-to-man? Like, I was like, do you understand?
If we're not hurting each other, we can have a good time.
Right. I was like, do you understand what I'm saying? You are not behaving befitting an 8-year-old. And he was like, yes. I was like, are we going to do better? was like, yes. I was like, all right, go make me some masala cha. And he made me some masala cha.
Yo, the 8-year-old knows how to make masala cha?
Yeah, man, he's
Damn.
good. He's
That's
good.
solid. That's
And we're
solid.
good now, but yeah,
Yeah, but that's the thing though. I think that's the part. Just maybe taking this a little seriously, but we never got that kind of closure with our parents.
No,
I
we
didn't.
didn't. We didn't. It was all brushed under the rug.
I was yelled at. My feelings would be hurt. They were never addressed. And slowly I started spending more and more time in my room because I just didn't want to deal with it.
And you became
You never got the apology. It wasn't addressed. You were just yelled at.
I mean, you wouldn't get an apology anyways.
Right. I wouldn't get the apology, but I never got the, like, let's just talk this out.
No, they don't.
And then, like, let's forget it. Because the next time there was something that happened, it was all brought back to attention.
Yeah.
And that's shitty.
But that's the thing. This goes back to what I've always said about the boomers in our culture. They don't learn and they don't improve from what they didn't like from what the previous generation did.
They just see it as their opportunity to
pass it forward.
Now.
It's their turn now to be the bigger person.
It's shitty.
You know, and I'm just like, no, we all want to have a good time. Yeah. We all want to
I don't know
happy.
if this way of, like, talking to my child or, like, how you address it is necessarily, like, the correct way.
No.
But I do think that, like, we can hold each other accountable and not hold it against each other.
Yeah.
Right? Like, next time you fuck up, that's the next time. That's the next situation.
Yeah. Yes.
Anyways, I didn't want to cut you off. How was, whatever. We can always deep dive into parents fucking us shit up all the time, but, like, no, how was the rest of the trip?
The rest of the trip was good. I definitely, because I was by myself, which rarely happens, for a long period of time, visiting my mom and my brother. Usually it's like a quick turnaround, or I'm passing through town because I'm going from city to city, stuff like that, you know? But this time I was like, I literally, for the 7 days, or 5 days that I was at my brother's house, I didn't have to worry about anything at all.
That's nice.
And it was like, and I'm not really like focused on food anyway, so it was kind of, oh shit, maybe, you know, I should eat something, and then mom had something, so it just ended up working out.
Yeah.
But I was able to get together with a friend again, my one high school friend, still friends with her. We normally get together whenever I go back home, and then one day, I was getting really like, I felt like, you know, I need to get out, because I had just been staying at home. Not really, I wasn't walking because I walked the first Saturday that I was there, but then it was either snowy or too cold. and my threshold is 30 degrees, like, but I didn't have all my outdoor stuff. So I was like, I'm just going to enjoy the downtime.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal. I'll do what I can. You know, I don't stress as much about the steps and all that now as I did before. I think I like hit that freak moment, and then now I'm just at a neutral, you know, like I don't stress about it. I know I'm still moving fine, even if it's not every single day. But I wanted to get out, so I went to 2 places that I know cannot be found anywhere in the rest of the country, because I've traveled the rest of the country. One is Bagel Man, and I love Bagel Man.
You shared a picture of a bagel. I haven't had a bagel in so long.
Bagel Man, neither have I, because bagels here in the Midwest suck ass.
Yeah.
They suck ass.
They're only good out east.
And here's the thing, like, people are like, you've never had bagels from here, here, and here. I'm like, bet. I fucking have, okay? And I'm highly disappointed.
They suck over here. There's a couple of bakeries that are, like, somewhat decent, and they're Jewish-owned out in Skokie, and they're good that I've heard. I'm down to go for a drive if you are.
I am.
For a decent bagel.
Listen, it's...
You won't catch me getting bagels from fucking Dunkin' Donuts. That's just offensive.
I mean, I do, because I have no other option. I don't like it, though. I would rather have, like, just get bagels at the fucking grocery store, you know, at that point.
Those are better.
Yeah, sometimes they are better.
Yeah,
like,
those are better than... Oh, anyways,
But,
sorry.
like, no, so, you know, I went, and then as I'm driving to Bagel Man, I see this grocery store, and the name is Stu Leonard's, and I was like, oh my god, I should go just walk around the store. What else am I doing, right?
How big is it?
It's like a Home Depot.
Damn.
It's fucking huge, man. Yeah.
And what do they have there?
It's a grocery store.
Oh.
Grocery store. Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah. But the novelty of this grocery store are 2 things. The first is that it is planned like a maze. So when you walk through, it literally is a maze. You're going through a maze, like
That's
a
wild.
guided path. Yeah. And before, when they first started off, it was just a tent. And they would erect it in the spring, take it down in the fall, because it wasn't winter
Did
ready.
you have to use that verb?
Erect it? Sorry. Why is it offensive to you?
I mean, I get what it. No, I get that it. Of course, but like,
Well, yeah.
right, but like, I don't know. I didn't like the context that you used it in. I was like,
Construct? Is that better for you?
yeah, just pitch a tent.
That's even dirtier, pitching a tent.
No.
Yes.
They erect the tent.
So the tent goes up and the tent goes down. Better?
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Basic vocab.
And because it was a temporary structure, it wasn't a permanent structure, the way they guided the traffic through the groceries and the stalls, the fruit and veggie stalls, meat stalls, everything, was hay bales.
Okay.
And so when they were like, hey, this is actually doing really well, how can we make this a year-round store? They're like, we need a brick and mortar. Yeah. And so once they built the structure, they didn't want to get rid of the maze-like path. And so I actually appreciate the fact that it's a maze-like path. I love it.
How is that constructed? Like just with gondolas, or they kept the bays of hail?
No.
Yeah, bales of hay.
They will, between that and then they literally use just like, the produce bins and all that. Like they use.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, they use the actual, the fixtures to guide through. And it's amazing. They switch it up all the time. It starts off with the bakery.
That results in a lot of impulse buy.
Yeah. It starts with bakery.
Yeah.
And then you go through.
Of course.
Yeah, there's a whole rhyme and reason.
Yep.
And on top of that.
The smells of a bakery get you to buy a lot of shit.
And then they put free samples out first, of
course.
course. And then they have animatronics. They have little groups. I have pictures. I've been posting them as.
How fun!
Yes, and the last animatronic they have, and it's like the kids can go up and push something and it moves, or pull something and it's the band starts.
They made it a whole experience.
Yes,
so
for the
fun.
kids and stuff. Yeah, and so the last part is Henrietta Hen. Okay. And this bitch has been there since this fucking thing was erected.
Ew! That's so unnecessary.
She has been there since the beginning.
Okay.
And every time I go, I'm just like, you got it, girl. And I have not been
you've been here multiple times.
This is a grocery store in my hometown.
Oh.
Neighboring hometown. But we would go there all the time because they had good produce. Like, it had fresh produce, stuff like that. Because they were always stocked. It was always clean. They were very good. And then on top of that, when you're a kid and you go there with your parents, if you spend over $100, you got a free ice cream cone.
Fuck
so
yeah.
I'm trying to keep getting my mom to buy shit. I'm like, we need this, I need for ice cream cone. She's like, I will just give you the $2 for the ice cream cone.
Right.
But no, so I decided I like to go to it, but I never get to because, like I said, I'm always just passing through town or we're super busy and it's just far away. And so the first time I'm walking through, I'm just looking at everything. I'm taking it in, taking pictures or smaller videos. And then I was like, as I'm walking through, I'm like, I should do a walkthrough because I've seen walkthroughs, like, because that's what I live.
So then you had your camera out?
So yeah, I took my little phone out, not my little, it's fucking computer, but I took my phone out and I literally had it like this and I was just walking.
That's so traumatizing.
And I'm
remember when I had to when I got onboarded at the last job, and I had to go and do store visits, I'd have to take videos of the aisles to figure out the checkout situation.
Yeah, oh my God.
Without giving too much away.
Right, and I was so self-conscious the whole time I was recording. I was like, keep it close to you, keep it close to you. And I'm trying to show both sides because I'm trying to walk in the middle. But and then at one point there was this woman that was walking so slow and I was like, I'm definitely going to call her out in the video. But then I realized the video was 4 minutes and 20 seconds long. That's how long it takes to power walk through the whole store. 4 minutes and 20 seconds, in case anybody's wondering.
420.
420. How appropriate. But then as I was speeding up the walking parts and then slowing down at the animatronic parts, I was like, oh my God, I feel like such a master level content creator. And I'm adding zoom in and taking zoom out.
She's splitting her video and adjusting the speed.
It was spectacular. And that's where we're ended. It was a good home visit. I loved it. I think I definitely needed it as a reset. It essentially ended up being a trip by myself.
You look refreshed.
Because it was a trip.
You're speaking more refreshed,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
I know. No more lisps.
Are you going anywhere this weekend? Are you traveling this weekend, or is it
No,
just London then?
Just London. Just London. See you there. All right. Leave your questions, comments, all that BS down below. We will talk to you next time. Okay, bye.